Give it to me, baby. Peace, King Simon. Eileen, what's good with the family? How is everybody doing today? Alright, what's happening? Peace to the fam, peace to the fam. We're going to begin in 1 minute. Let me get this window open. We're doing a Tuesday broadcast of Melanin Monday. I'll let you know, man. I fell asleep last night, and I wasn't able to do that, but I'm able to do it today. So we're gonna knock it out before I begin my day. I just got back from the laundromat, and I'm about to hit the streets. Shout out to everybody in Philadelphia. This weekend we did ODUNDE, the ODUNDE Festival on Sunday. The ODUNDE Festival, Mighty Hebrew, salute. ODUNDE Festival was powerful. Philadelphia is a powerful state. You know, I don't have to tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Philly in the building. There's an electricity in Philadelphia. Philly is charged up. Philly is our sister state. Philly is a city of brotherly love, right? Philly is home to Jilly, right? Jilly from Philly. You know what I'm talking about? Philly has a tradition of, artistry. They breed some of the best poets. They breed some of the best musicians, going all the way back to like the Gamble and Huff days. You feel me? They breed some of the best scholars. I ran into my brother Sabir Bey, Abdullah Mosley Bey. I ran into Abundance Child, Ali Muhammad, Noble Ampu is from Philly. The Big Papa himself, the motherfucking king of consciousness. Umar Johnson, that's Philadelphia. You know, my brother from Black and Nobel, Hakeem, who is a facilitator for a lot of the talent that comes out of Philadelphia. It's almost like how House of Consciousness serves the brothers and sisters in the New York area, meaning that they set up Sarnetta has set up a platform to, inaugurate the talent or the brothers and sisters who are on the forefront of consciousness coming out of the tri-state or the New York area. That's what my brother Hakeem from Black and Nobel has been able to do in Philadelphia. I've rarely heard of too many people popping coming out of Philly that didn't go through Black and Nobel. The only one is like Little Uzi Vert. So he's a legend, and he deserves to be recognized by brothers and sisters around the globe who recognize the teachers. But what they don't, not to say that they don't do it, but they're not, if you don't speak about certain people's names, how do you expect the people who are not aware of the contributions of the people behind the scenes to even recognize them? So that's why I make it my business to always speak about the people that you don't see on camera, the people that are not celebrated in the open, the people who don't even want to be in front of the camera. You know what I'm talking about? They don't want to be in front of the camera because the camera is not for everybody. The camera serves a purpose. And you niggas, you know what I mean? You hop in front of the camera for that purpose, and, you hop off the camera. You feel me? You hop off the camera and you let people who are on the camera do what they do. But I'm going to tell you something from being somebody who is both behind the camera and in front of the camera. There's a lot more that goes on behind the camera than in front of the camera. That shit in front of the camera is not an easy job, but it's not the end all be all. Like, the real production takes place behind the camera. If somebody didn't know how to hook up the audio, if they didn't know how to work the motherfucking video, if they were not communicating with the person in front of the camera, that kind of energy that you get wouldn't be the same. So shout out to everybody behind the camera. You're a motherfucking legend, even though you may go unnamed and unnoticed, because this thing, this community and this movement is so visual. It's so about the person in front of the camera. It's so much about the voices that you hear and the names and all of these colorful names. But there's a lot of people that play their part, and you have to recognize them because they are the ones who are basically controlling things. They're running a lot of things that you might not never know about. So Hakeem from Black and Nobel, salute to my elder. Peace and love to you, my good brother. He has a new location for everybody in Philadelphia. Support that brother. Like, Philly is a dope place. Unfortunately, it was raining all day out there. You know what I'm saying? They said that was Oya, and they said that was the ancestors sending blessings, right? And that they were blessing the event by raining on it. And I'm saying this, that, you know, I understand what that, I hear all of that, but you could have rained before the event to bless it, and then let the sun shine. We needed some sunshine in our life because, you know, we were out there trying to make some sales and whatnot. We needed some sun. I got clothes and shit with motherfucking glitter. I need the sun to hit the glitter so people could really understand what it is that I'm trying to sell them. You know what I'm talking about? So the rain was falling, but this is what somebody told me, and this is what I noticed, and this is what I peeped, that it was Pride Week, the same week as ODUNDE, and they've been doing this throughout the years. So the same time that the people are doing ODUNDE, celebrating African ancestral spirituality and things of that nature, there's Pride Week, meaning that there's a homosexual movement of anti-life taking place at the same time where there's a celebration of life. And I'm not judging you. If you're out there doing what you do what you do, goddammit. You're not going to stop because I said that the shit fucked up. You do what you do. But I'm noticing a pattern when people try to incorporate these certain kind of events and simultaneously around spiritual events, the shit goes messed up. For everybody that's always running around trying to act like homosexuality is the most spiritual thing that you can do, well, goddammit, whenever you motherfuckers roll into town, the weather gets fucked up. So, with that being said, people were saying that the ancestors were pissed off and they were raining on the parade because they were doing Pride. There was a whole bunch of anti-life taking place around the same time where we were celebrating life. I need some music. I'm going to close out with some music. I was just making sure that was working and whatnot. But yeah, and like I said, there are people of alternative lifestyle to listen to these videos. I'll give you a hug. I love you. You know what I'm saying? The sisters. You know what I mean? The brothers, I'll shake your hand. You know, maybe. But I just got to call it like I see it. You know what I'm talking about? I got to call it like I see it. Like, you know, we got to talk about these things. But that's what happened in Philadelphia. You know what I mean? And to be honest with you, when it started raining, I did start making more money. You know what I mean? I did start making more money, but I actually invested a lot of money in this festival, and, you know, I was able to make a percentage of it back, but it's not about the money at the end of the day. The connections that I made, the people that I were able to see, peace, Tiffany, the brothers and sisters that I was able to greet, the people that I were able to see, because remember, I'm talking into a camera. I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't know how you look. I don't know what your energy is like. I don't know what these videos are doing for you. I don't know. I only could quantify it and qualify it based off of what it is that you reciprocate when you see me, right? A hug. People be whispering from mouth to ear, giving me the miracles that they were able to achieve based off of the application of the information that they've been receiving. I've always said this in my videos. I've always reiterated this in these posts. On Black Magic, on Sonetta, on Baba TV, on Kia Life Productions. Don't take my word for what I'm saying. Not to say that I'm talking shit, because I'm not. Do the research. I'm using words. I'm throwing words out there. I'm speaking in a slow pace so you can keep up. And I'm telling you, go and Google that. I'm saying, go and look at, go and check that out. I'm letting you know that the information is researchable, right? You can start on Google. Sometimes I'll give you the books that I'm reading or whatever, where the information is coming from. And if you decide to follow up and take the information seriously, you'll go down this rabbit hole where you'll begin a journey that you might be able to teach me something one day. So people are coming up to me saying, Brother Red, you know, words can't express the way that you help my life. Words can't express the things that you and your family have helped for me. Words can't express the information that I receive, not just from Red Pill, but from your whole network, right? Shout out to Sister Kafunya. You know what I'm saying? They say, I learned a lot from Sister Kafunya, her energy on your podcast, Blog Talk Radio. When we leave the energy that, you know, the information that we received from the brother AA, the information that we received from, you know, KT the Arch Degree, Mama Pill, I could go down the line. People are using the information to transform themselves, right? And if nothing gets accomplished in my journey or my lifetime, the fact that information that I shared can help somebody in their everyday life, when maybe when I was giving you the information, I was being challenged, I needed help, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't let that deter me from doing my videos. I didn't let that deter me from speaking the truth. I didn't let that deter me from standing up against people who may be threatening my life because I'm speaking the truth. I'm like, fuck that. I'm going to stand on my own too, because I'd rather die on my feet than on my motherfucking knees, compromised in a motherfucking box, being somebody that I'm not, to keep you motherfucking crackers and you nigglets and you Europeans and you coons out there comfortable putting our people to, you know what I mean, in a shallow grave. In a shallow grave. So I'm not gonna sit back and let that shit happen. I'm not gonna walk around. I could plug into the music industry like this anytime. I got Jews trying to get me right now. They trying to get my name on a motherfucking piece of paper right now. You know what I'm talking about? I got Jews that are secretly trying to whisper that I'm better. They try to say, yo, you're better than those average niggas. We like you. You know what I mean? This is how they rock our people to sleep. I'm gonna give you the game. The Jews are the man behind the curtain, right? You know how women be like, they got sugar daddies? Well, the majority of you niggas that's out here, the majority of niggas that you see out here with the bag, they got the money, them niggas got sugar daddies too, and they're Jewish men, okay? Those are the sugar daddies. If you get signed to a label, the motherfucker who signed you to $20 million, if you in corporate America, if you in New York with all of these liberals and whatnot, like they got people that are in Black Lives Matter and all of these other groups, and what do? They all up the ass of these Jewish people, because they cut the check. They give you the bag. They buy you. These are the people who are part of the banking industry. These are the Rothschilds. So they buy talent with the money. They are the brain drain. So they go into black communities and because give me the name of the Jewish niggas that you see that are, you know what I mean? We are the Black Diamonds. Remember, they're the ones who fund the talent, and we're the talent. We're the dancers. We're the singers. We're the artists. We're the ones who run the world, and they're the financiers. But not only are the financiers, they have the strings attached, and they have the motherfucking control of what you can say and what you can't say, because they control the media. So these niggas got sugar daddies, and don't ever let these motherfuckers rock you to sleep like they don't. Don't criticize and chastise the women only that they running around prostituting themselves. These niggas is prostituting themselves too. The Puff Daddies of the world, the P. Diddy's, the Jay-Z's, all of them have sugar daddies, and it's a group of European Jews, and they pick one. Jay-Z had Harvey Weinstein as a sugar daddy. Okay? That was his sugar daddy. He was in bed with Harvey Weinstein. Go and do the research. Harvey Weinstein is behind the Khalif Browder story. Harvey Weinstein and Jay-Z signed a deal with National Geographic. He was going to do Jay-Z's version of Hidden Colors. Facts. And then they stopped. That's when they stopped Harvey Weinstein in his tracks and shut him down. But him and Jay-Z were about to do Jay-Z's version of Hidden Colors for National Geographic. That's super facts. All of the industry dudes, from the 21 Savages to the Gucci Mans, all of them have Jewish sugar daddies. Old white men who tell them, I love your talent, brother. You know what I mean? I'm one of you, brother. You know what I mean? I love you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Come and sit on my lap. I'm going to sign this check and I'm going to take care of you. That's what they do. That's what they do. Facts. So, you know, of course, they know about the wave. And if I wanted to, I could just leave my people and go fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? And stun on my people and do, you know, and do all of the goofy shit that niggas in this community have done before. But I would never do no dumb shit like that. What we need to figure out at the end of the day is, how do we come together and work together and cut the middleman out so we could begin to recognize those amongst us that are talented, those amongst us that are gifted, those amongst us that are the creators, before the Jew comes and whispers in another one of our ears and takes us right up out the fucking race. It's called the brain drain. When they drain your community of all of your talented people, when they drain the community of all of your gifted people, and what are you left with? Knuckle draggers, crack sellers, prostitutes, pimps, motherfuckers who are leeches, parasites, the ones who have sucked all of the life out of the community in motherfucking Ghettosville, USA, urban hoods, everywhere that I've been, everywhere that I've traveled, from Houston, Louisiana, Miami, Texas, Georgia, Atlanta, Macon, motherfucking, you know what I mean? I could go on for days. Detroit, the Midwest, the South, the North, the East, the West. Everything is the same. There's depressed neighborhoods, deteriorated neighborhoods that these parasites, when they brain drain us, right? You know, when you see the post of 11-year-olds who are homeschooled and graduated college and shit, and then Mensa came to get them, MENSA, Mensa, that is, or Google comes and gets them, or Apple comes and gets them, or Silicon Valley. That's a nice way of saying, my nigga, you just got brain drained, because they're taking the best of your community out of your community. And whenever they come back, they'll never be the same. Okay? Because when they take them and they bring them into Mensa, or they take them or they bring them into their corporate structures, or they take them and they bring them into Silicon Valley, or they take them and they bring them into Hollywood, oh, goddamn it, they working super duper spells on them. Okay? They'll try to take their manhood. They'll try to take their womanhood or their sisterhood. They'll try to Negropean them. They'll try to make them seem like if you ever go back to the hood, them niggas are going to rob you. They're going to take from you. Don't go back. You'll be safe around us in our Jewish paradise. And these niggas are falling for that. Up there in Calabash. Come to Wyoming to the mountains, my nigga. Get away from these niggas. You know what I'm talking about? That's how they rocking our people to sleep. So if you don't want that to continue happening to yourself, because these niggas are not going to do videos like this and talk about it, you got to just talk about it. I'm going to talk about it. You know what I mean? If you don't want that to continue to happen to individuals, talented people in our neighborhoods, you have to provide the alternative to a Mensa. You have to provide the alternative to what the fuck Google is paying. You have to provide the alternative to all of these carrots that they're dangling in front of the faces of motherfuckers whose ribs are touching and they just want to get their mama out of apartment 5H. You cannot tell niggas, oh, just fight the power and hold it down and you're going to be all right, but you niggas don't support that. You don't support them. You don't support them. You don't have a budget for them. You have not allocated any kind of funds or any kind of quote unquote, you have not created any kind of alternative for them to look at rather than running to White Zaddy. Please. And if I'm wrong, correct me. You know what I'm saying? If I'm wrong, correct me. So when it comes to the music that we doing, hold on, shameless plug.
I have to say this about my sons. Red pill, blue pill, and KTRC3. A mother couldn't have, and a father couldn't have, or a family couldn't have a better set of sons. Because, really, and that's not to say these guys are typical They got angels. They like.
We cross the Pacific Atlantic is ours. The force of the mystic, the planet is ours. Mechanical powers that slam at the towers. Botanical products, we planted the flowers. The hour, the hands that empower. More diesel than plants of the sour. More lethal than grams of the powder.
Yeah, the Twin album. You know what I'm talking about? The Twin album. One of the best albums of the year, and I said it. You know what I mean? I'm going to stand on that. One of the best albums of the year. I've been listening to all you niggas' albums, and I'm not convinced that you have the best album. Shout out to Kambala. Shout out to Kambada with the Kambala album. One of the best albums of the year. Shout out to Red Pill, Blue Pill, the Twin album. One of the best albums of the... And I'm not just saying that because I'm on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just saying that because I'm on it. I'm saying that if you could go and play that album compared to all of the commercial albums that drop, them shits don't measure up. You know what I mean? I like that Kid Cudi though. Kids See Ghosts. That shit is kind of fire. But that still doesn't, them 7 songs don't weigh. They don't stand up. So if you have individuals in your community or in your network or in your neighborhood or in your nation, and they're multi-talented and they're out here doing things that are comparable to billionaire or multi-millionaires, the multi-millionaires that are out there are not even doing half of what certain individuals are doing. But if you don't add value to it, if you don't know how to add value to it, if you're not concerned with adding value to it, if you're not acting like you want to add value to it, you're going to lose those people because motherfuckers will not sit around and starve. People will not sit around and wait for you to figure this shit the fuck out. Either you have a community or a network or you don't. You got to figure it out. You got to figure it out. Either you have a community, and if you have a community or a village, you have to begin to add value. You have to implement a system, a reward system, a value system, and a penalty system for the individuals that are in your community immediately. That's right. You have to do that because if you don't, you will lose them. You will lose them to somebody else, or you will lose them to another community or another network that values art, that values the sciences, that values the teachers, that values the scholars, that value the builders, that value the destroyers, all of that value the quote unquote kings and queens. You know what I'm talking about? You have to do that. You have to do that. You know what I mean? If you don't do that, you have no right to complain if those people say, I'm not fucking with you. I'm out of here. I'm going for the bag. You know what I mean? Or I'm going to where I'm respected, or I'm going to where the energy is exchanging in a right way, the way that it's supposed to be done, in a healthy manner, in a proper manner, because in this community called a consciousness, it's not operating and it's so unhealthy, and it's not operating in a way that is conducive to anybody being, for any growth and development amongst talented people. Maybe motherfuckers that like yelling and shit like that or finessing you or whatnot. Maybe it's conducive to that, but not the talented, not the gifted, not those that are out here legacy building. It's not set up to protect them. It's not set up to enhance their lives. It's not set up to nurture them. It's not set up to reward them at all. You know what I'm saying? At all. So you'll find a nigga sitting on, you'll find a motherfucker sitting with a Jewish man or woman negotiating a contract so they could get their lives, so they could get their bread, so they could get motherfucking some fiat at the end of the day, or some resources. That's what you'll see. So shout out to brothers like Jay Morrison, who just broke the motherfucking mold and shattered the preconceived notion that our people can't do anything collective, because what he did was, I believe he raised $10 million in an equity crowdfunding campaign entitled the Tulsa Relief Fund or the Tulsa Real Estate Fund, or you know what I'm talking about, right? So they raised 10 million, not in 5 years, not in 4 years, right? He raised $10 million with his team in about a fucking week, all right? In about a week. He utilized Round A plus crowdfunding as a result of the Obama Jobs Act 2012, something that me and my brother and Michael Singleton have been talking about since 2014.
It's 1 o'clock.
We've been talking about it for 2014. And the brother went ahead and she set up a round A+ crowdfunding initiative where you can create an equity crowdfunding campaign, not the regular crowdfunding GoFundMe bullshit. Equity crowdfunding where you could create a crowdfunding where you have stocks and you have motherfucking shares. All right. The same thing that Garvey was doing. We talked about this, and the evolution would be digitized. We talked about this in the Facts Initiative, and we talked about this on multiple times on KTL radio with Michael Singleton on multiple occasions. And the brother went and showed you that it could be done. So we got to, you know what I mean? I'm glad that he showed. I'm glad that the people were able to see that. Hopefully we could continue that trend and not just end right there. Hopefully we could continue that trend and say to ourselves, we're going to now say, you know what? We don't need nobody to help fund us. We don't need to ask permission from no one. We don't need to complain and cry and play the victim and doing all of this bird ass behavior that doesn't reflect any kind. It doesn't sound powerful at all. It doesn't reflect what center of power is all of that shit coming from. You tell me. What center of power is all of that talk that you niggas be crying and whining and all of that? Where is it coming from? It's not coming from a power source. You know what I'm saying? It's coming from a place of lack. It's coming from a place of you don't have solutions for motherfuckers terrorizing you in America. So what do? You create victim. You create a fucking victim out of yourself. You become a victim. You relish in victimhood. Because you don't have the answers. You lacking solutions. You don't have the answers and you're in fear of the motherfucking ultimate solution because you don't want that smoke. Even though, you know what I'm saying? Niggas die every day, B, and we all have a date. We all have a motherfucking inevitable date. So you mean to tell me that a white bullet is hotter than a black bullet or something? Like these niggas is like, yo, red pill, be careful out there because, you know, Malcolm X, you know what I'm saying? He got murdered and whatnot for talking the truth and whatnot. I'm like, yo, you niggas, you can't never talk to me again. If you say some shit like that, I will never talk to you ever again in life. Because you just showed me that not only are you a bird ass nigga, but you're not about, what the fuck are you doing inside of consciousness? What are you doing? What are you doing inside of anything, you know what I'm saying, that's going against the quote unquote matrix? Nigga, stay plugged in. Because you're acting as if a motherfucking a motherfucking death or transition is less honorable than the way you niggas is dying every day. You niggas is dying from Viagra pills trying to fuck long. You niggas is dying because you can't stop eating pig fucking chitlins. You niggas is dying for crack sales. You niggas is dying for your Jordans and shit like that. So you mean to tell me that if somebody is out here speaking up for their people or standing up for what's right or going against the fucking grain and not just being a regular everyday slave, that there's something dishonorable about that? The niggas should be in fear and walk around scared for that? Fuck is you talking about? Like, you have life completely fucked up. And that is the curse of what religion has done to us. That comes from religion, nothing else. Niggas is like, yo, that's Willie Lynch. Willie what, nigga? You niggas wasn't all slaves. You wasn't there. Fuck is you talking about? Don't talk to me about Willie Lynch. Nigga, that comes from watching the Roots series and shit like that. And that comes from you niggas believing in hell and the shit that the fucking church taught you. Fuck is you saying? Religion is destroying us by the minute. Mark my words on it. You niggas need to get up out of that fast. I had to unfollow a few niggas that I call day ones because on Instagram, these niggas is at church on Sunday. I'm like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? I'm at this level. I'm at this place right now where I have to completely tighten up my circle and start dropping a lot of dead weight because even I just can't do the fence riding at this point. I can't do it because you niggas are fucking chicken littles. Like you niggas are really you know, you're embarrassing to me right now. Like the black man, the condition of the black man and the woman is just fucking, it's embarrassing. Like I saw shit at ODUNDE that it was just outright like Philadelphia is an integration friendly city, right? Okay. It's the city of brotherly love, but apparently it's also a city of brotherly and sisterly love and sisterly and brotherly and motherfucking old white men and conscious women love. Like they were bringing their sugar daddies to ODUNDE, bro. I be seeing that shit at BAM. I gotta, you know what I mean? And I'm a man. So I got feelings and shit. You know what I mean? I'm still empathetic to the plight of black women and the shit that I be seeing. I be like, God damn it. You couldn't leave your old sugar daddy in the house. You gotta go. You have to bring this old fucking geezer to a fucking African traditional event. You dressed up in a sundress with a fucking kente wrap, and this motherfucker's coming through with a jogging outfit, looking all wrinkled and sick and whatnot. And what is that supposed to do? You know what I'm talking about? What did you bring him for? So he could buy you some African artifacts? Because I know them shits be pricey and whatnot. But you're disrespecting the ancestors, man. You're disrespecting. And if you go onto the islands, because that's a reflection of shit that's going on. Go to my brother and them is in St. Croix right now, Virgin Islands. You go to Virgin Islands, you go to Jamaica, you go to DR. You know what I'm talking about? You go to Dubai. Everywhere that you go is some old wrinkled motherfuckers with our women. Hold on. Everywhere that you go is some old wrinkled motherfuckers with our babies too. Because they're fucking the little girls as well and the little boys. You know what I mean? And you niggas are walking right by that every day. You're not pulling a machete out and dealing with these niggas. You're not making them uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? You're not making them uncomfortable. You niggas are failing in the fucking. You came here for an experience. What's the experience though? Just to observe all of the madness. You know what I mean? And not be a disruptor. I want to disrupt some shit. I just don't want to sit around and be the observer. I want to be a disruptor. I want to disrupt this normality of insanity that you niggas are trying to normalize. I want to be a disruptor towards that. And the information and the motherfucking radio show and the YouTube videos and this shit right here, the live streams and the little status updates. I do my best to be a disruptor without being an angry Negro. Because I can't go to bed hating anybody. I can't go to bed with a heavy heart. I go to bed happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy. I'm cool. The shit falling apart, I'm still good with it. You know what I mean? But I'm still going to disrupt it. I'm still going to be a disruptor. And we live in a disruptor era. Everything that you see in technology right now that's winning, they were disruptors. Those are disruptors. Motherfucking Uber disrupted the taxi. Uber and Lyft disrupted the taxi industry. Airbnb disrupted the hotel industry. You know what I'm talking about? Motherfucking Gmail disrupted the post office, cocksuckers. You know what I'm saying? So you better get into the disruption era. You better get on that disruption frequency. All of our sisters and whatnot and our brothers who are dealing with, like my beautiful goddess sister, Ella Samori. You know what I'm saying? She's dealing with what? She's dealing with the herbs. She's dealing with pharmaceutical. She's going against Big Pharma. She's disrupting Big Pharma by healing people the traditional way. Okay, Sister Kafunya, she's going with the stones. She's dealing with healing. She's dealing with a way of healing that our ancestors dealt with. She's disrupting Big Pharma. She's disrupting a motherfucker going to a doctor or taking a pill for a headache that makes your fucking ass bleed. You know what I mean? None of the herbs. All you have to do is talk to your grandmother or your elders and whatnot and ask them when you used to use the bush, when you were utilizing the roots and whatnot. If you utilize the roots to get rid of a cold, did it give you a headache? Or if you took the roots to deal with a heart issue, did it make your fucking arm fall off? Because that's not what real herbs do. There's no side effects to herbal treatments. There's no side effects to the real fucking, to the truth. There's side effects to the false shit. There's side effects to the pharmaceuticals, the pharmacopoeia. There's side effects to the artificial shit, my niggas. You know what I'm saying? Why you keep falling for simple shit, bruh? So they are disrupting the motherfucking natural. They're disrupting the upside down world. They are disrupting the bizarro world. They are disrupting the shit that you niggas are just trying to cruise through, and you see the shit falling. You see the shit is upside down. You see something is wrong, but you're still trying to go along with it. You're still trying to conform with it because you want to sit on white daddy's lap. That's what a lot of niggas' journey in life is. That's what a lot of niggas' path in life is to ultimately make it to the golden lap. You know what I'm saying? You sucking on the titties of white America, but ultimately you want to sit on Santa's lap for life. You know what I mean? You just want to be fit for life. You know what I mean? You just want to fit. You know what I mean? You just want to sit there for life. You know what I'm saying? Put a dildo on his lap and sit you right on it. That's what you motherfuckers want. You know what I mean? And I see it. And I'm saying this. You know. Yeah, it's not side effects. It's side benefits. Okay? It's side benefits. You take herbs, you take shit from the land, you take the motherfucking the bush and the roots and whatnot. Side benefits. I might want to take something, you know what I'm saying? I might take some tonics and whatnot to cleanse myself out, and I might have an erection all week. There's side benefits to shit like that. You know, I didn't have to take a Viagra. You know what I'm talking about? Or one of them shits in the motherfucking Arab store, that the red ant pills or the red elephant, you know, they got the elephant pills and the red ant pills to, you know, all of that shit is stopping niggas' hearts. You know, when they have all of those rappers that are not waking up and they're dying in their sleep, they were taking dick pills. A lot of them were taking dick pills. You realize that they were taking dick pills, and that killed them. That's bursting people's hearts. Dick pills. You know what I'm talking about? Facts. So that's not my goal in life. And if that's your goal in life, I'm not fucking with you at all. And it's fire born upon you in all of your ambitions. Your road to sit on White Zaddy's lap, I hope that shit is paved with broken glass. You know what I mean? Because you're a fucking slave. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? Whatever happened to going through the resistance, whatever happened to lifting a heavy weight so you could get the best results. Niggas is just tapping out around me, and I just think that it's disgusting. I just think that it's disgusting. That whole pride movement, that's slavery to me. That's submitting to white people because they started the counterculture movement. They started the new left in the 60s. They started that shit during the rainbow movement. They try to usurp the black power movement with that homo feminism shit, and they brought it back in these modern day times, and you niggas are falling for it. Because when I see a black gay man with a white man, that's the highest form of slavery walking on this planet right now. Facts. Super facts. You can't convince me otherwise. That's the highest form of slavery walking the planet right now, is a nigga who did not want to be a man and has submitted to a motherfucking other man. Super facts. Super facts. Yeah, them energy drinks, the Red Bull with the Viagra, yeah, that's killing niggas. It's killing niggas, bro. Nobody's talking about that. Nobody says, yo, don't buy them shits because you can die. So it's a lot of unnatural shit going down, and I ain't with it. Fuck out of here. I'm not with it. You niggas could unfriend me or whatever. I don't care, because, you know what I mean? It doesn't mean anything to me. It doesn't mean shit to me. You know what I mean? I'm not with that. I'm fighting that. I'm disrupting that. I'm not gonna be one of these niggas just conform to any and everything that they throw at us. You have to be against something. You niggas is on your fake fucking Bob Marley, love everything. You know what I mean? You on your fake, you know what I'm saying? Everybody running around here like this is a hippie movement. Get the fuck out of here. Kick rocks, nigga. You know what I mean? This is a resistance. This is a resistance. This ain't everybody is equal and we all in one fucking orgy and laying in a bed in one pot. No, nigga. It's not that. It's not that. They're out here eating children, fucking children, kidnapping babies, raping women, hanging people, all of that shit. Fuck is you saying? Like, not with none of that. I don't want to be where the dysfunction is at. I don't want to be where people with mental health issues is at. I don't want to be amongst that. I walk through that shit every day. I walk through the valley of death every fucking day amongst these zombies and these people who are really, to me, if this is a simulation, they're not even real. Like, they're not really real. They're not even here. You know what I'm talking about? Like, if we're somewhere else and we're reflections of light, that's the dimmest light on the planet. Like, they're not even real, bro. You know what I'm talking about? They're not real. So I'm not even bothered by them. I could walk through the zombies all day. But am I going to sit down and chill with them? Am I going to advocate for zombie rights? No, nigga. Fuck out of here. Am I going to advocate for the living dead rights? Am I going to advocate for the deaf culture rights? No. I'm saying fire burn them. I'm saying line them niggas up so they could sink in the ship with the motherfucking other people that's sinking in the ship. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Because right now, you got two white supremacists or two racists in Korea, or where they at? Singapore, sitting down, making plans on how to make the world whiter again. Because the North Korea leader, you think he like niggas? You know what I'm saying? You think he's a pro-black leader? You know what I mean? You think he has our best interest at hand? No. Him and Trump have an agreement. Their through line is that they want to control shit that colored people or people or nations of color control. They want the resources of the world, and they're going to align with each other to go and bang on the motherfucking nations of color. And that's a fact. And none of you niggas should be celebrating the fact that North Korea and America may be friends again. All that means is there's more hair coming to America. It's more fucking weaves coming to your hood. It's to a hood near you, my nigga. You know what I'm talking about? They're going to lift the sanctions on these niggas so they can flood you with more fucking fake hair. What do Koreans do for any of us? What the fuck is a Korean doing for me? What is a Korean doing for anybody in the hood? There's Koreans in the hood right now. What are they doing besides K-pop? Yeah. Who the fuck is Dennis Rodman? I wasn't rocking with Dennis Rodman. I don't care about Dennis Rodman. You know what I'm saying? Dennis Rodman is a weirdo. You know what I'm talking about? Dennis Rodman is a fucking weirdo. So, you know, and they like weirdos. White people and Asians and other people of other ancestry, they love a black weirdo because you have already shown the world that you're broke. You have already shown the world that you're subservient. You literally show the world that, nigga, you be on your knees and you're not just praying to Jesus when you're on your knees. So you're not a threat. You don't have a manhood. You're not a threat. You're not comfortable in your manhood. And don't hit me with the, oh, you're just gender fluid, or niggas is so ma'at that they're just balanced so they could wear a wedding dress and orange hair and whatnot and have a fucking ring in their lip and they're just different. Listen, my nigga, all right? We're not in a video game. Like, cut it out. You know what that shit is. That's mental health issues. That's a nigga who is very uncomfortable. He's dealing with some demons and shit like that. He's dealing with some demon. He needs some counseling. Fuck out of here. The only thing that I really would get excited about that whole thing is that maybe the situation that my brothers and sisters that are in the armed services don't have to die in Korea like they're dying in Iraq, like they're dying in Afghanistan. You know what I mean? Go get your gold drops. I need some gold in my system. Like they're dying in Afghanistan, like they're dying in Syria. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about black people or Hispanics and, you know, some of the people that we consider family, right? That would be the only thing that I'm excited about. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, what the fuck? That don't got nothing to do with me. That's not going to shift the quote unquote condition of my people who are in a very dire straits right now. It's not going to shift the conditions. Because with all of the love that I see in my people, I'm also seeing the death in them. I'm also seeing the hate in them, the self-hate. I'm also seeing the self-doubt. I'm also seeing the lack of humanity in the eyes of not just the babies, these women and these men. These niggas look lifeless, bruh. You know what I'm saying? You been in the hood lately? They're looking lifeless. They don't have humanity. They're lacking humanity. So I'm like, God damn it, what the fuck is going on to create situations like this? And how do we not necessarily, because, you know, people are going to wake up on their own fruition. You got to do what you got to do. You got to be God. You got to be that goddess. You have to exemplify, you know what I mean, the best parts of you while you're here. And those who pay attention, they're going to benefit off of paying attention. And by paying attention, as with everything else, because if you wear a pair of new Jordans or if you put together an outfit a certain way and a motherfucker pay attention to that, he's going right to Jimmy Jazz and he's going to mimic that outfit. So if you take care of yourself a certain kind of way, if you carry yourself a certain kind of way, if you're vibrating on a certain kind of frequency, people are going to take notice of that and they will copy and mimic that. That's super facts. So it's not necessarily, I don't know how to save the zombies. Like I said, a lot of them niggas are not even real. They don't exist. They're just part of the fucking movie. They're extras in the movie. The more aware that you become of your surroundings and the more conscious or the more awake you become, the more you're going to see the sickness, the more you're going to see the zombies, the more you're going to see the negative in certain peoples that you might not necessarily have seen when you were not awake, because it was normal to you. You didn't see the sickness in niggas. You didn't see the demons in people because you didn't have, your eyes were not open. You did not have the sight. But when you get the sight, when you get the vision of what the fuck is going on and you start looking at niggas, you be like, God damn it. Nigga, I can see the demon in that bitch. You know what I'm talking about? I can see the demon in that nigga. Like, I see the sickness on our people. I could see it. And I know that you can see it too. So some people begin to see more of it and they get discouraged, they get scared and whatnot. You know what I mean? Some people see it and just give up. Yo, I'm going back into that world because there's nothing that I could do to save them. There's nothing that I could do to help them. Nigga, did you get your degree or a certificate from Superman Academy? Do you have a fucking cape? You didn't get into consciousness to start saving people. That's not what this is about. You know what I'm saying? You think you Red Cross, my nigga? Like, what are you talking about? Save yourself. That's a heavy ass task. You can't do it by yourself. If you belong to an organization that said that they're going to save people, yeah, maybe that works. You know what I mean? I could understand that part. Uplifting fallen humanity. And you know how the Nation of Islam gets together and they take people who are in their lower self or whatever. Or they take people who are considered to be the walking dead and they clean them up. I get that. Now, if that's the case, cool. But you got individuals who became conscious after watching Hidden Colors. Niggas changed they name on Facebook to some glorious, convenient African name. And then they act like they're going to save the world because you niggas is on Facebook doing updates and statuses. That's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? Work on yourself. Save yourself. Heal yourself. You know what I mean? If you 20 years old, 30 years old, 40 years old, that means, nigga, that you had 40 years of programming that you have to unlearn. You have to deprogram. Shout out to the brother Derek Grace, who has the Unlearn and Relearn Academy that's coming to Atlanta very soon. He's also going to be in New York this weekend in Harlem. Go to derekgrace.com or derekgrace2.com and get your tickets so you could get some of this cloth that the brother is bringing because he is a solutionary and he is the motherfucking truth. Mark my words on it. That's the brother with all the tattoos and the red dreads, and he teaches his children how to bust a gun. Go in, invest in my good brother Jay Morrison's the Tulsa real estate fund. Go and put some money on that $500 minimum investment. I might be talking to Big Willies right now. You niggas might be sitting on shoeboxes of money. Go and put your money into something that's going to benefit you in the future and stop blowing it on these motherfucking strippers with plastic bodies. No offense to you strippers with plastic bodies. You know what I'm talking about? But y'all need to get y'all shit together and y'all need to do something else besides getting on my Instagram, my fucking timeline every day, doing nothing. I don't care what you eat and all of this stupid shit and your trips to Dubai and Fashion Nova and all of that dumb shit. Like, are you implementing any change anywhere in your life that's on a positive note? Are you buying, are you opening any businesses? Are you funding anything? You know what I'm talking about? Like, what are you doing to balance out the fuck shit? What are you doing to balance out the ratchetness? Because we all have them on our timelines and everybody knows what I'm talking about. What are you doing besides selling box all day? Swipe up for a private event. Like, what are you utilizing your funds to balance out all of the dumb shit? You know what they do? You know what their balance is? Going back to what I said about religion. We live in a society where you have open prostitutes they give you a Sunday update. Oh, I'm in church. I'm absolved of all of my sins. You know what I'm saying? I just let a white man defecate on me on Friday and whatnot. I had a gangbang on Saturday with 18 niggas running train me. But here I am at TD Jake's church. You know what I mean? Dancing and screaming and shit. You know what I mean? I'm absolved. So I'm back at it for the next week. Swipe up, my nigga. Swipe up if you want to date.
No people programming my hours. Finest in traffic with traffickers, trafficking finest the fabric designers is African.
That's religion. That's the fuck shit the religion is representing. That our people are savages. Our people are fucking knuckle draggers. Our people are, goddamn it, we're at the lowest level that we've ever been in our existence based off of all the books that I read. Because even in chattel slavery, you niggas had values and morals, and you were not carrying yourselves the way that you're carrying yourself right now. Okay? You're becoming like the European when he's switching places with you and he's trying to become like you. He's eating healthy. That nigga's in nature. You know what I'm talking about? White men are heterosexual again. They're out here fucking women. They wasn't doing that 20 years ago. They were the LBGTs. Now you took their place. You're eating bad. You know what I'm talking about? You're out of nature. You know what I mean? Your bodies and whatnot are not sacred anymore. You know what I'm saying? You're running behind a lifestyle that doesn't produce life. What, I don't care about the adoptions and all of that. You're running behind lifestyles that are not producing life. You think you're making ignorance the new smart. You're making ignorance the new black. You are becoming what you despise the most. You are becoming a reflection of the Greco-Roman. You are becoming a reflection. You are becoming a direct reflection of what it is that not just the European, because remember, it's the Jew, it's the Ashkenazi who's running the show behind the scenes. He's funding a lot of this stuff. So you're becoming the degenerate that he was when he was living in the ghettos of New York City and all that, even in Auschwitz or in Germany and whatnot. You're becoming like them because they programmed you and they marketed their lifestyles. They're marketing their pedophilia. They're marketing their quote unquote, their sexual deviancy. Because it was told to me that when it comes to Jewish men, they're very big on not cheating on their wives. It's a big thing in their culture or their religion that they can't cheat on their wives. But if they sleep with a man or a transsexual or a transvestite, right? Or whatever you want to, I don't know what the fucking name is these days. You know what I'm saying? It's a tranny where I come from. If the Jewish man sleeps with a tranny, that's not considered cheating on their family. So if you ask any tranny who sells their box or their butt, whatever the fuck they sell, ask them who their biggest customers are. It's the Jew. It's the old Jewish men. It's the young Jewish men, old Jewish men, you know what I'm saying? Medium age, whatever the fuck. That's what they like to do because that's according to their religion. There's loopholes that they get around, and that's one of the loopholes. You understand what I'm saying? So you niggas are becoming just like them. Okay? And you're going to get cleaned up. All right? The universe is going to clean you up very fucking soon. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm preparing myself for that day. And I don't, it is what it is because we're here to learn a lesson, right? Is that planet, this planet that we're on is about learning a lesson. So niggas got to learn a lesson. You know what I mean? Because niggas are being taught a lesson as I speak right now. A lot of people that are getting washed up. A lot of people that's getting clapped down. A lot of people that are getting assaulted and whatnot. A lot of the people that are getting victimized. A lot of the people that are getting brutalized. It's all a lesson. You know what I mean? Get an apple, pull up a fucking chair because you're in school. You're being taught a lesson. But the thing with Black America, because we're in victimhood mode and you niggas want to march with Al Sharpton and you just want to play games about victimhood and you don't want to deal with any solutions, you're only going to repeat the lesson because you're not dealing with the algorithms. You're not creating a solution-based answer. You're also becoming reactionaries. You're not proactive, you're reactive. You know what I mean? So by doing that, by being reactive and proactive, guess what? There's no answers in that, my nigga. There's no solutions in that. So you're royally fucked until you figure this shit the fuck out. You know what I mean? So I'm going to be removing myself from any venues or any kind of channels or any platforms or anywhere where we dealing with victimhood. I just can't do it. I don't have it in me right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't got it in me right now. I got a whole bunch of other shit that I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be a winner. You know what I mean? I'm working on winner. I'm working on victorhood, not victimhood. I'm working with the winners. I'm working on doing victor shit. You know what I mean? Getting the medal, getting the motherfucking gold. You know what I mean? That's what I'm working on. And I don't have time in 2018. I don't give a fuck if you're a millennial, you know what I mean? Or you've been here before. It don't matter. If you can't figure this shit out, what it is versus what it's not, and it's in plain sight. It's not. We're not in the 90s anymore. Shit is not hidden. We're in the age of enlightenment. We're in the age of information. We're in a day and time where your phone is a supercomputer. You know what I mean? We're in a day and a time where your fucking phone in your pocket is a supercomputer. So what's the excuses? What is the excuse? There is no excuses. You know what I mean? There is no excuses. We got to get our shit together collectively and stop playing and stop brain draining and stop giving our talents and our skills and stop giving our energy and stop giving out. Yo, do you know, and this is no offense to anybody, when you go into a Fortune 500 company, 8 times out of 10, the ones that are running the show are black women. When you go into the city agencies inside of, you know what I'm saying? If you go into Atlanta, if you go wherever you go, where there's quote unquote city jobs and the city shit going down with the city workers, nigga, it's black women running the show. Right? So when you really think about it, the scene in the Matrix where they showed the battery that was running the Matrix, where the Matrix was receiving its charge and its energy and its light and its life from, was the little baby. Remember, the little baby was like a Duracell battery? Well, our people inside of corporate America, our people inside of the prison complex industry, our people inside of all of these venues where these people are utilizing our lifeblood, our life force, our sweat equity, our intellectual property, our labor to get this motherfucker still going. So our people, low key, are the determining factor of why this shit is still running. This system is still running effectively, even though it's breaking down piece by piece. But they are one of the main factors that are charging the same fucking system or the same entity that they said that they don't want to have nothing to do with. Do you see the dilemma at hand? How are you going to convince your mama to unplug? How are you going to convince auntie and them, you know, I'm talking about who's living for their 401k, who don't have no other options in life but to be a fucking worker, but to give their sweat equity, their intellectual property, their labor, in all of everything that they, even their ass, you know what I mean? Even their orifices, whatever the fucking hole that they have that could be lubricated. They want everything from you. You know what I'm saying? Even to the point where when they finish with you, when they finish fetishing you, they'll eat you. Go and do the research. They will put you in a pot, my nigga, and slow cook you. And that's a part of the fetishing because they want to eat your flesh. You know what I mean? They want to eat your flesh. Even in sex, they try to eat your flesh. You know what I mean? You know, what did Rich the Kid say? He said he pulled up in a 2-seater with an eater. They be trying to eat niggas. You know what I'm saying? I mean, literally. You know, so got to figure this shit out. Or you're going to be on a platter. And at that point, there's nothing to talk about. Because, you know, what is there to talk about? Me and you ain't. I'm not at the dinner table, so there's nothing to talk about once you're in the pot. So we just got to figure it out. I've said it before when we have these gatherings, like a festival, a lecture is not a social gathering. It's not a social gathering. It's a marketplace. You're there to do commerce. You're not there to socialize. We don't have any social settings that are feeding our need to come together. We don't have any social settings that are making any of us any closer. Social media is not a social environment. All right. Niggas is just up here releasing dopamines, trying to get likes. You know what I mean? Taking pictures and whatnot. It's not social. It's not really social. Me on YouTube, if I do a video like the last video that I did on Rich about Superfly on Black Magic 363, 50,000 views. I've said it before. The capacity of Madison Square Garden and the Barclays Center is 18,000 people. The capacity, when it's at full capacity, where they close the doors and tell you niggas that it's sold out, is 18,000 people. So if you do a video and it's 50,000 people, right? But I never seen the 50. I might see 5 people out of the 50,000 people after I do the video. But imagine if those 50,000 people were in the motherfucking stadium with me. Because if 50,000 people watched the video in 2 days, imagine if I was in a bigger arena than Madison Square Garden, like a football stadium that could fit 50,000 people, and I'm on a microphone and I'm talking to them. And then after I talk to them, I can meet each one of them, right? And if I have a product to sell, or if I have a crowdfunding where I'm like, yo, I lay out the plans about this is what we're going to do. And those 50,000 people are able to do it in real time. And we're able to touch flesh to flesh. That's real. This shit right here is not real. This is the Matrix. This is not real, fam. This is a depiction of what the real shit can be. So going back to what I said, I'm with social gatherings. I'm about socializing, social gathering. That's the element that's missing in this movement. That's what's not being motherfucking given to us. We come together for lectures. All you niggas is smart. We're learning a lot. Great. We come together for festivals. I sold all of my shea butters. You know what I'm talking about? And I bought some yoni eggs. Awesome. You know what I mean? Great. You know what I mean? We get to see beautiful women and shoot our shot. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. But we're not socializing. We're not coming together. Our children don't know each other. When one of the sisters are pregnant, I've never been to a conscious baby shower. You know what I'm saying? When I did my baby shower, nobody from the community came. This was for my son Amir. Near one, I had white people there and other people. Nobody from the community showed up. So they don't do baby showers and they don't give gifts to the unborn. Right? That's what I saw. So niggas suck when it comes to social events. There's no socializing. That's why so many creeps in the community. That's why so many hotep niggas. That's why so many people sliding in women's DMs trying to sexually exploit them. You know what I mean? That's why there's a lot of shit going on domestic wise that nobody knows about because we're not socializing. That's why the majority of the men that I know are single. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in a relationship. I don't have a quote unquote queen or whatnot because I haven't, you know what I mean? We gotta match up, you know what I'm saying? And I haven't, that shit has not come about as of yet. And I'm good with that. But I'm one of many people who don't have themselves a queen in their life. And there's mad sisters or goddesses that don't have a king in their life. Where the fuck are you gonna find them at? Huh? Where you gonna find them at? During the break at a lecture, my nigga? Huh? At a break? Where you gonna find them? On Facebook, scrolling? On Instagram? Liking pictures and sliding in. You like 100 pictures. So a nigga is like, yo, thank you for liking 100 pictures. And is that supposed to start a relationship? Like, we got to figure things out, family. We got to figure things out. You know what I'm saying? Like, we really do. Because this is not conducive to growth and development. There's elements of growth and development or nation building that are not being nurtured. Shout out to the Nation of Gods and Earth. They had their annual show and prove on Sunday in Harlem at the Nation of Gods and the Earth at the Allah School. I saw images. I wasn't there. It looked beautiful. Shout out to beautiful Ciasia. Shout out to my brother Rob Bourne. All of the gods and the earths. Salute to every single one of y'all. I love y'all. You know what I mean? That was kind of social. That's a nice social gathering where they pay homage to their organization and everybody catches up, see what everybody's up to over the years and whatnot, blase bloom and whatnot. But yeah, we need a mass gathering. Fuck a million man march. You know what I mean? We need a million man gathering. We don't need to march anywhere. No disrespect. I'm not saying fuck what they do, but I'm just saying, where's our we need to gather and to come up with some solutions on the spot and then act on it right away. Wherever we gather should be our land. With all of these brothers and sisters in the community to reach out to me and be like, yo, Red Pill, my family got 100 acres. My family got 50 acres. My family got 80 acres. Nigga, let's get some lawnmowers. Let's mow the acres. You know what I'm saying? Let's mow down the grass. You know, set up some tents, some fucking tiki torches, and get an event going. Let's get a gathering going. Free for everybody. Free for everybody. Right? But all melanated at the end of the day. And then we'll have a repast where you could bring your peoples from the other nations. No offense to anybody from the other nations. What I'm saying is that right now we have to deal with our issues and we have to deal with our situations behind closed doors because it is too, we've tried to put all of our business out there where the whole world was witnessing it. And it don't work. It's not effective. You know what I'm saying? Because are you in the room when the North Koreans are negotiating with the South Koreans? Are you in the room when white people are deciding when they're making a plan on how to go and gentrify all of Black America? No, them niggas don't invite you in the room. So why are you gonna invite them in the room when you got to do your building? Huh? I didn't say that you couldn't. Because you niggas are going to pillow talk anyway and you're going to tell all your business because you're in relationships with them. They're in your family and stuff like that. So, you know. Nobody is going to tell you what you can do and can't do. But what we know for sure is that we need to deal with our solutions as a collective by ourselves. And then we could bring other people on board if that's what we decide that we're going to do. But for right now, we need to get out, we need to have that conversation. We need to have that gathering. We need to have that agreement. We need to sign treaties amongst you niggas talking about the treaty of peace and friendship. Where's the peace and friendship amongst these organizations? Where's the peace and friendship amongst Moors with Moors? Where's that treaty at? Where you niggas are signing some modern day treaties at? Fuck is you talking about? You don't pull up some shit from the 1700s when there's no peace and friendship right now. You can't come together and collectively agree to anything right now. We can't get all you niggas in one picture right now. We can't get you on all one stream or one Google Hangout right now. So what are you talking about? Peace and friendship where? You should be drafting a new treaty to bring to your brothers and sisters in these other organizations so you could form Voltron and you exemplify a level of power on this planet before you check the fuck out without asking anybody permission. Because like I said, did Trump ask your permission to go to North Korea? No. But they're joining forces and they're joining economies. He's lifting the trade embargo. So that means that it's about that bread. It's about economics. They sat down and broke bread and now they're making money together. So how are you going to do that? What nations are you going to ally with that you probably had issues with before? And you say, you know what? We used to have issues with the Mexicans. We're going to sign a peace treaty. We're going to sit down at the table with them because we were going to war with the Mexicans in LA and shit like that with the gangs. But we're going to come together with the Mexicans and we're going to join forces. I'm just using that as an example because some niggas might get in their feelings because they heard me say Mexicans. Like, you know what I mean? That might be your mortal enemy. But I'm using an example of of utilizing that the enemy of my enemy can qualify as my ally in certain situations. So that's it, man. You know what I mean? I've said enough. We could catch up on this on the next stream. This is Melanin Mondays 20. We've did 20 of these broadcasts. I have a plan, for the next 20. I definitely want to improve upon the quality of the video, just the settings and whatnot. Probably for the next 20 episodes, we might upgrade and just take it to another level. You know what I mean? We might even make this into a podcast. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? It just depends. But, good looking for everybody who pulled up. You know what I'm saying? I got to get back to business and to what I'm doing. Because like I said, I don't sit on the lap of no Jewish men. I just don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm here doing what I'm doing. And I'm not looking for nobody to do anything for me to help, push what it is that needs to be pushed. But one thing that I will say is that our people who are in this community, who recognize the talent and the skill set and those amongst us, even if you're doing your own thing, don't be in competition with the greats. You know what I'm saying? Just be a part of greatness. And great people make great people greater. Feel comfortable with that notion. You know what I mean? Don't let that shit eat you up. You know what I mean? Recognize the greatness in other people. Therefore, you can recognize the greatness in yourself. With that being said, I'm going to end it with this song. Go and get the album. Shout out to everybody that supported and has gotten the album. You know what I'm saying? Kingscounty.com is the clothing. Show your support. All right? The twin double album, 23 songs. Shit lit. All right? Peace. See, now I don't want to work. Oh, another thing. Let me show you this. We have the cyber library coming. The cyber library is going to be super lit. I just got hold of a whole cache of books. So we have books on multiple topics, right? Shout out to Heru Supreme. We have books on multiple topics. We're gonna start this book club, you know what I mean, where we could get it popping. We have a lot of books, a lot of hard to find, real deep books. You know, this is just one disc. I got 6 discs, and they're on multiple topics. So, you know, just get ready for that. I gotta hit up my app developer. We gotta get this app back up. I mean, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but the app is not up yet, and we paid for the shit a very long time ago. So we're gonna have the cyber library in the app. All right. And you'll be able to benefit members, Patreon members, and our Facts Initiative membership, and Know the Ledge, KTL University membership. All of you will benefit off of this cyber library. And even if you're not a member, you can also purchase, you know, some of these ebooks and whatnot. You could get your hands on some of them, and you could be a part of that book club. Shout out to everybody out there with book clubs and whatnot. Ayahuasca. See that? So yeah, we got a lot of, just giving you some example of some titles I'll be reading until I turn 100 years old with all of this shit right here, bro. So this is where I'm spending a lot of my time, is just going back into the books and going back into the research, and, you know, just refreshing my mind, feeding my mind, you know what I mean? So I could balance my thoughts, because like I said, every day I'm being marketed on how to be a dumb nigga. You know what I mean? I'm being marketed all kind of buffoonery and nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what the marketing is. That's what they're giving us, you know? So I have to fight that. So that's that. All right. Love and light to the family.
44 Maverick, 24 carry grip, 42 savages, always some savages, slaves to the lavish shit, say we them Africans, pay to the papyrus, hate of the activists, waving the magic stick, ways to the Nazareth, raise of the Lazarus, red stones on my red throne at these red bones, in a red robe with the red robe, fence probe when them heads roll, with the blue steel on the blue moons, hot as blue flames, doing blues rooms, got the blueprints, leaving blues clues, all the blue money that I blew through. I am a king, I am a scholar, I am from royalty, I am T'Challa, Wakanda forever, Killmonger forever, I'm true to Shambhala, I'm new to Kabbalah.